Hello, my name is Spoil. And I'm tired of it all. I'm tired of waking up in the morning and wondering where did it all go wrong. The respect I've lost, the man card I've lost, it doesn't just go away. And there shouldn't be anything wrong with it. I understand that. We're all rational people, right? But deep down inside, I feel as if there's something wrong. I feel as if there is a disconnect in my childhood, as if something was taken away from me. Yeah, and I thought Equestria Girls was the way out, and it wasn't. I need to go deeper, take back everything I lost, and only then will there be any resolve to this. It's too late. It's too late for me. I'm already a brony, but I'll take whatever I can. The little I can take, I will take it. Yeah, everyone knows MLP exists, but where exactly does it come from? It ranges 3 decades. It's been around for quite some time, taking on different animation styles, different approaches. And some of you might be thinking, oh boy, you can't be judging things based off the past. Well, yes, I can. Irrational people do it all the time, and so will I. Yeah, people do it all the time. I don't need that man card anymore. I don't want the man card. I don't want the respect I've lost. It's gone now. It's too late for me now. I'm already a brony. This is all for revenge. Rubbing our nose in old cheap animation. All for revenge. But I'm doing this also for the ABB, the Anti-Brony Brotherhood, with a slogan like "No Man Left Behind." How could I refuse to join in their ranks? But first, I gotta prove myself. If you had the opportunity to take it all back, all of it, would you? Illogical? Maybe. But how does a crazy person make it through the woods? He takes the psychopath. I'm Foil, and this is Sins of the Past. Ooh. Now, to be fair, and by fair I mean more rationality, I couldn't watch all the old MLP stuff. I didn't have access to every single episode. But when I talked about G4, I only saw a season and a half, so But let's watch the little bit we can and see what we can learn. Oh boy. Okay, let's start by going over the characters. There are 4 main characters. Megan Williams, a human girl. Danny Williams, her younger brother and perhaps the very first brony. Molly Williams, the youngest of the 3. And Spike, a dragon who helps out. And what about the ponies, you say? Well, there's like a million of them. I mean, I guess we can go over some. It's just, wow, that's a lot of characters. Which brings me to my first problem. When watching some episodes, I kept losing track of who they were. Some sounded the same, some acted the same, and I kept losing attention. I kind of would just fast forward until something would happen. They sort of just seem to have this drawl to their voice. It puts me to sleep.
Twilight, will I ever fly like Firefly and Medley?
However, there were some that caught my attention.
Look out, Twilight, here I go!
What the... Is that... Is that a pony on roller skates? Jeez, I've seen it all.
But it's dangerous, Firefly! Danger is my life, Medley!
Again, there's that feeling like I've seen you before, somewhere before. Why is it so familiar? You're pink, so you must be like the pink one. Funny, I don't recall you having wings. So what exactly does this show have going for it? Well, I guess if you're interested in an army of characters, this show has it. Lots and lots. But what good are good characters if the show isn't funny? I mean, and by funny I mean like, are the characters likable? Is the humor there?
Buckle in your shoes to the moonwalk.
Well, I guess that cools her down.
Oh dear. But to be fair, the humor in this show seems relatively common for the 80s. True, I mean, let's take a look at one of my all-time favorites, the Ninja Turtles.
You wouldn't last 5 minutes in a ninja pizza parlor. I love saying lines like that. What is it, Raphael? A threatening note? Worse than that. It's the check!
See what I mean? All the shows in the 80s had that general cheesy, humor to it. Oh no, not again. Not again. It always starts with me comparing it to something and seeing the similarities. No, not again. No.
Robots? Let's
Turtles had action! I mean, just look at what's going on. Turtles, Ninja Turtles, are fighting robots. Ninja robots. It's just, I mean, I know I'm getting off topic, but wow, for all its flaws, these scenes still give me goosebumps. But I'd be lying if I said that the original MLP had zero action. Believe it or not, the earliest incarnation of the show actually had evil villains.
Quiet, my friend. Your time will come.
Wow, that guy sounds actually pretty interesting compared to the other voice actors. It kind of sounds like it's on a different caliber. You know, maybe the show isn't as bad as I, figured it would be.
Scorpion! What's happening?
He's really a prince.
Or maybe it gets resolved by the end of the first episode. Okay, I know in the latest version of this show, bad guys only appear for only 1 or 2 episodes, but this is just strange.
Tirak turned me into Scorpion when he took over my kingdom.
For one, they don't really fight. I mean, it's 80s animation, I know, but there's no sense of epicness. Or at least none that I can feel. And that fruity ending, I mean, it makes the Shredder look like a much more cooler bad guy, and he was already kind of a comedic bad guy to begin with. And what about the other parts of the show? What situations does this show really deal with anyway?
You're my favorite baby, Buggy. You're my bestest friend ever.
And I always will be, Baby Cuddles.
Oh, I love you.
La la la, la la la, la la la, la la.
Ah! Oh my god, that's just terrifying. I'll give you credit for that, but it's not like the furniture is trying to be evil. Or maybe it's the actual plot of this episode.
I've got lots of evil furniture to fight. I can't spend all day on the throne.
Wow, you think a similar plot point to the show like Earthworm Jim would be a good thing? But this is just strange.
Don't skip on the begonias.
Well, like I said about the voice acting, it's...
Uh-oh, I need more water.
stellar.
Ah, my fair young maidens, how do you do?
Is that...
That comes later.
I wasted a perfectly good ice cream cone on you. Ah, lost ice cream cones. You mean you lost them in the concert?
Okay, I really have to ask, do all the characters sound the same, or is it just me? I mean, is my hearing gone bad? Because they all have that same nee voice. Nee. I'll admit it, since I haven't gotten to see every single episode, it's possible that maybe I haven't gotten used to it. But they all seem to have the same nasally whine. So let's put this in perspective. The voice acting is not so great. The humor is dated. The action, I guess it's there. Okay, this is getting out of hand. We're gonna have to wrap this up because there's still 2 generations left of this. Overall, it's a girl show from the 80s. You're going to find strong female characters whose independence gets overshadowed by the overall lameness of the show. It wants to be tough while still appealing to the girly show stereotype. And overall, it's okay. Now before you get ahead of yourself, let me explain what okay means. Okay means that while it isn't a terrible show, it's nothing I would watch on my spare time. If it's your thing, that's groovy, but to me, I find myself getting bored. I rolled my eyes so many times at the lame jokes that I swear that my eyesight worsened, and the action was so-so. So that's a rough first glance at the first MLP. Was it terrible? Well, no, it wasn't awful. So, you know what, at least there wasn't any terrible 80s music to go along with it.
I'm a talking little pony. Nightshade is my name. You say you'd like to meet me. I'd say that's a shame.
Gosh dang it, okay, so maybe there's a couple bad songs.
You chose a nasty game to play.
And now we're gonna make you pay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Are you serious? This is really what the music is like? You know what? I'm done. Let's wrap this up. On a critical score, 7 out of 10. You know, it's the 80s, I'll give it a chance. But on a personal score, a 5 out of 10. Now let me explain the difference. It's not a bad show by any means. If it's what you like, I wouldn't think much of it. It came out in a time when cartoons were a primary vessel for selling toys. It's essentially a 22-minute toy ad, and I won't judge it harshly considering it all. However, personally, I give it a 5 out of 10 because it's nothing I would watch and offers me nothing. I got bored. The music would range from dull to just plain awful. The characters were just there. Only the pink flying one seemed to be the most appealing, but I can't quite say why. She was the only one that seemed to have a thrill for adventure. The lack of her appearance in subsequent episodes was just meh. Also, what is up with the following episodes? They have villains and adventures, but they're just so weird. I mean, the action is there, but to me it feels like fake sugar. It resembles the real thing, but it doesn't taste the same way. It's stuff like this that gave MLP the girly nature has now, and for that I give it a 5 out of 10. Nothing I would watch, so unfortunately, gotta give it the boot. I'm sorry this had to happen to you. It just means too much. At least I can kind of start to remember what I didn't like about My Little Pony.